Okay, so this is the look that I'm gonna be creating, and if you want to stay tuned and watch this look, just keep watching, I guess. So I've already started with my eyebrows just because they kind of take a long time to do. I'm using this light blue pencil from ColourPop. It's like an eyeliner pencil. I'm gonna put all the names on the video as well as in the bio for each thing. It's a cream liner, but it works very well and it stays like all day. It takes me a while to even get off of my face after I'm done. So I'm just lining my waterline as well as my upper eye line, lash line. Yeah, that's what you would call it. Okay, so the next color I'm using is the filter color in Lime Crime Venus 2 palette. This color is super pigmented, and I'm using just a flat brush from ColourPop, and I think the brush is an E3 brush from ColourPop. And I'm just gonna pack that color on really nicely over my lid. And then kind of drag the remaining color under my bottom lash. Okay, so next color I'm using is the Super Shock Shadow by ColourPop in the color Rim. And I'm using a denser brush, which is a ColourPop brush E7. I have to tell you guys, like, honestly, like, I know ColourPop doesn't, like, when I went on ColourPop, they were sold out of a lot of the colors that they used to have, so I don't know that they will still have these colors in stock, and I don't know if they're going to get them back. But if I do find some dupes or something very similar to this, I'll try and use them so that you guys can also get the colors that I'm using, or something similar to what I'm using. So I'm just taking this shimmery color and putting it in the corners of my eye, brushing it out on the outside of my eye, blending it from the bottom too, and then brushing it over the top of the lid. Now I'm using the same color as the cream eyeliner. It's called Prance by ColourPop, and I'm using that with an angled brush. This is just any old angled brush, just so I can kind of wing my eyeliner. I'm using the gel eyeliner because the color is going to be not the color, it's just easier to apply the wing instead of using the pencil that I was using before. Okay, so the next thing I'm using is this Ruby Kisses Liquid Genius eyeliner in the color Blue Sapphire. I picked this up from my local beauty supply. I think it was like $1.99, so it's fairly cheap. I do believe they still have this. You could probably find it online as well, and I'm just using that to do a separate wing, so it's like a double wing eyeliner with the lighter blue at top and the darker blue at the bottom. Okay, so these are the lashes I'm using. It's just a pair of wispies that I got from the beauty supply. I'm using the ColourPop mascara in color Blue Your Mind, so that I can do a really vibrant blue lash. I'm also going to coat my actual lashes with this same blue color. And while I'm letting the lashes dry, I'm going to go ahead and start my foundation routine. Okay, so now I'm using my Becca Evermatte primer to prime my face. So on my T-zone areas, especially where I know I get really oily. I do really like this primer, but it is really thick, so I try not to use it unless I plan on wearing my makeup for a while. Then I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn and just go ahead and highlight my nose and my under eye. Okay, so now I'm taking my Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Longwear Liquid Foundation. This is full coverage and a matte finish in color 10.0. And a fluffy brush just to kind of fluff, well not fluff, but you know, apply it all over my face. Now I'm going to be taking my NARS concealer, which I absolutely love, in the color Walnut, and it is their Radiant Creamy Concealer. Okay, now I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit and using the two colors Ash Brown and Chocolate for a contour of my nose. And I'm just taking a really small brush to line the bridge of my nose and try to get a more defined tip. Okay, so now I'm taking my ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Dark 40. As you can see, I use a lot of concealer, so this is probably the third concealer I've used. I have really oily skin, so this is what I do if I want my makeup to last for a while. I just have to make sure that I'm blending it in after every time and using a lot of setting spray and setting powder at the end of it. Okay, so now I'm just spraying my face with the D-Slick Urban Decay Makeup Setting Spray for oil control. Okay, so to set my face, I use two different shades of the Beauty Bakery setting powder. I use one color in the Plantain, that's the lighter color, and then the second color I use is Almond. Okay, so for my highlight, I'm actually doing a lot of colors, but I'm starting with the Kilowatt Foil by Fenty Beauty in the colors Mint Mojito. So I'm using that, which is kind of like a shimmery blue on the sides of my face. I want a lot of highlights, so I'm kind of carrying it down a little further than I usually would, as well as carrying it up a little higher. I'm mixing in that rim colored shadow that I used earlier on my eyes. And I'm also going to be mixing in some of that darker blue color that I used in the Lime Crime palette, which is the color Filter. And then on top of that, I'm going to be using the Kathleen Lights ColourPop collab in the color The Crab, which is just this really loose powdered shimmery blue. I'm using the Sand Castle color and the Kilowatt Duo highlight from Fenty just to highlight my nose, because I did not want a blue highlight in the middle of my face. And then I'm going to be taking the lip gloss from ColourPop in color Dreamholic. It also actually used to be kind of a different color when I first got it, but I'm guessing over time the color kind of shifted. So I do think they still sell this particular color at Ulta. Okay, so the last thing I'm using is this Shimmer Spray Rose Gold by LA Girl. It's a finishing spray for your face and body, and I'm using the Glow Body Glow that I got from Pretty Little Thing. It's a Tahitian body glow, and I'm using that over my collarbone and my shoulders. So this is pretty much the finished look. If you like, don't forget to subscribe.